What are the odds the stock market will be down 2 years in a row? Historically, when we have a down year in the markets, the following year usually recovers and we have an up year. But having 2 or even 3 consecutive down years isn't impossible. In this video, we're going to look at the 3 broad market indexes: the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, and the Dow Jones. Each have been around for different lengths of time and thus can give us a different view on how often does consecutive down years happen. Let's first look at the S&P 500 index, which tracks the 500 largest US listed companies. I've pulled the data set from 1928 until 2022 so far. During this 94-year period, the S&P 500 has only been up 62 years, down 30 years, and no change twice, but we'll add those 2 years to the down pile. Up years, 62, down years, 32. As you can see, the S&P 500 index has been up more times than it has been down. But how often do consecutive down years happen? Fortunately, less frequently than we thought, which is once during this 94-year period, 1.06%, in 1973 and 1974 during the Nixon shock. But there are years that are part of a 3 and 4 consecutive year stretch of down years. The S&P 500 index being down 3 years in a row has happened 3 times, 4.68%. 1939 to 1941, the years leading to World War II, 1946 to 1948, the post-war years, and 2000 to 2002, the tech bubble burst. And yes, the S&P 500 index has been down 4 years in a row once, 1.06%, from 1929 to 1932, starting with the Great Depression. Good things for all of us. The S&P 500 index has never been down 5 years in a row during this 94-year period. So what about the NASDAQ? The NASDAQ composite has been around since 1972, 50 years. It mostly lists technology stocks with non-financial companies included. During this 50-year period, the NASDAQ has been up 36 years, 72%, and down 14 years, 28%. NASDAQ has only been down in 2 consecutive years only once, 2% in 1973 and 1974, the Nixon shock. It's also been down 3 years in a row once, 2%, during the tech bubble burst from 2000 to 2002. Other than that, the NASDAQ has been more consistent with single-year down years 9 times as of 2022. So what about the oldest of them all, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which I have data from 1915 to 2022, 107 years. The Dow Jones has been up 72 years, 67%, and down 35 years, 32%. Since 1915, the Dow Jones has only been down 2 years in a row 3 times, 2.8%. 1916 and 1917 during World War I, 1973 to 1974, the Nixon shock, and 1977 to 1978, the 1970s downturn. When it comes to 3 years in a row, the Dow Jones has been down twice, 1.86% during the tech bubble and right before World War II. And yes, the Dow Jones has been down 4 years straight once, 0.93% during the Great Depression, 1929 to 1932. So if we add up the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, and the Dow Jones without considering overlapping consecutive down years, here's what we get. There's a 9.16% chance that a down year will be followed by another down year regardless of which index you choose. There's a 2.39% chance that a down year will be the start of a 3 straight down year period. And there's a 1.19% chance a down year will end up becoming 4 consecutive down years. It's good to look at the historical data. Consecutive down years do happen, so at least you know the odds of it occurring. So what are your thoughts? Will 2023, 2024, and so forth be down years? Comment below. And as always, take care of your money.